What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Shannon Denise. Welcome to the Curve. We are so excited. It is a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's Black History Month. It's the month of love, child. It's about to be Valentine's Day on Thursday. Shoni, don't roll your eyes yet. Don't roll them yet.
Hopefully we don't have to plan on funerals.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm going to just tell y'all up front, so Melissa is feeling away, okay?
I'm in my feelings, but life happens. Okay. So
That's okay. But before we get to all of the girl talk that's about to go down, let me make sure everybody knows who's at the table.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Felicia.
This is Tony G. Campbell.
hey, it's Melissa.
Stony Love.
Hey, y'all, we are ready for some hot topics.
Yes.
Some girl chat. I hope you guys join. I want you to share the broadcast out to all of your friends. Share it to everybody because it is going to be a juicy night of wonderful topics. We're going to be talking about the Grammys. We're going to be talking about American Soul. Did y'all see it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, we're going to be talking about American Soul because my girl Kelly Rowland, my favorite, like my best friend in my head. It is her birthday today. Yes, it is. I was going to mention that. But we'll be talking about American Soul, and later on we'll be talking about Valentine's Day and all kinds of wonderful things about Valentine's Day. So share it out to all your friends. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our page, both on Facebook and also on YouTube. So y'all ready?
Ready.
Let's get started. All right. So, first of all, yesterday, the Grammys. 61st Grammys. The show was fantastic.
Well,
From your perspective.
Crickets.
wow.
Crickets. I will say this. I enjoy, there are a lot of highs, a lot of lows. So let me start with the highs. Childish Gambino.
Yes.
Definitely a high. Childish Gambino is definitely a high.
I really wish he would have been there. That would have been super fantastic.
It would have been.
You know,
I mean, but you
he
know.
wasn't there. Yeah.
What about our girl, Cardi B?
Cardi B? High.
That was a high.
Listen, her performance was also high, but we're going to get into it. Hold tight.
And the husband holding on. That was a high too. For me.
Yes.
That was a mid. That wasn't a high, wasn't a low.
I think
Right,
she
that's
would
how
have
they should
fallen
be.
down if he wasn't there to hold her up. So
we're
gonna give it to him.
It's some balance. There has to be balance in life.
Yeah.
So many things to talk about with Cardi
Yes.
B. We'll get there. Because I have so many things to say.
PJ Morton.
PJ Morton.
I was mad they didn't broadcast.
Yeah, I'm mad they did. So the guy, they typically don't broadcast the gospel or the Christian contemporary or any of that. But
He didn't. He won for regular the song with he and Yebba.
No, that too. No, they don't typically.
Yeah, he and Yebba won best collaborative something.
Okay.
And that was like a big deal.
But they didn't broadcast that one either.
No, I saw it on his Instagram.
Oh.
But that was big.
Uh-huh.
That was a big deal because I don't know if you all are familiar with PJ Morton, but PJ Morton is Bishop Paul Morton's son. And so he's also the pianist for Maroon 5.
That's right. That's right.
So he was recording with Maroon 5 and recording his own thing. But here's another thing. He won a Grammy while being on an independent label.
Yeah.
Like that's a big
huge deal. That's a
huge deal. So he funded all of that. Morton Records. So shout out to PJ. I love PJ Morton.
Shout out to PJ. Shout out to my boo in my head, Drake. He won.
Please.
So
That was
rap song of the year for God's Plan.
That
It
was a low.
amazing. He gave an amazing speech about. I don't even remember what it was about, but it was amazing because he did it. No, it was.
What's the other girl that sings the plus size girl
Meghan
from
Trainor?
England? That won.
Adele.
Oh,
Adele. So y'all remember when Adele won and she shouted out Beyonce?
Yes.
She was like, I really shouldn't have got. That's what I feel like Drake did.
And they cut him off.
Yeah,
they did cut him
off
because he was dissing
the Grammy.
Right.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going to show up because he felt like rappers didn't really get that opportunity to win, but they surprised him.
Mm-hmm.
So he showed up.
I'm excited that he showed up.
He could have kept that
I'm-
little speech.
He looked nice.
I'm not into light-skinned brothers, but he looked really good.
Can I tell y'all something?
What?
I did not watch the Grammys.
Ah!
The only person in the world.
Well, listen, I haven't watched it for at least 10 years, and I only watched it because I was like, I know Shannon's gonna make us talk about it. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it.
She's not wrong. I love the
I knew it. I was like, she gonna make us talk about it,
I
and
love
then I
music.
was like, honey, what time does this thing go off? Because I need to go to bed.
Yeah,
So-
it was long. I will give you that. It
Yes.
was absolutely long.
Aretha tribute.
Aretha tribute was.
For me, it was a high. It was a high because I felt like Fantasia should have been in that first tribute that they had for her.
Agreed.
And so this year it was enough, but to me it wasn't positioned right. Like
Yeah.
they should have took that Motown piece and
Yeah.
put that in the end, unbroadcasted. That.
I didn't like the Aretha tribute. That whole Diana Ross concept of her in that
Girl.
bright red
It was
prom
her
dress.
birthday.
I love
It was her
Diana Ross.
birthday.
Now
I
Diana Ross
adore
was part of
Diana.
Motown.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
her
yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, right.
I
She's
adore Diana
75
Ross.
years
I
old.
think she's amazing. I think, first of all, she is a fabulous example of how black don't crack. She is around here looking at most 50. Like, she does not look 75
Hey, let me tell you, let's see if
all.
you're going to say that.
What?
Diana Ross was the original player. Like, everybody is around
Yeah,
here
that's
talking
true.
about Lori Harvey.
That's true.
Diana Ross had them all. I mean,
Yeah.
Barry Gordy,
did.
she done snatched a couple of
She
them.
done lined them up and knocked them
Yes.
down. She did.
Yes.
I'm not mad at Diana. I
Okay, I'm
love
sorry.
it's okay. Like, I love Diana
Wasn't
Ross.
her and Billy, well, her and Billy D played in the movie together, Billie Jean. right?
Yeah,
Oh, she
Mahogany.
hit
Uh-huh,
that too.
Mahogany,
She
mhm.
hit that too.
Yeah, she did. And I ain't mad at her.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you, Diana.
Billie D was
Diana was
everybody's
the
man.
original.
Yeah, nobody did it like Diana. And then she had the nerve to leave all of them behind and go get her a nice Jewish fellow.
Yeah.
Took care of her for
She
the
done
rest
had a
of her
couple
life.
of them because Tracy Reese's dad is Jewish as well.
Oh yeah, yep. She don't discriminate. She like all the colors of the rainbow. I ain't
blame her.
mad.
I don't blame her.
Mad.
Now,
That's
did
what-
anyone else look at Audra Day a little crooked-eyed with that outfit she was wearing?
the
during
outfit, her hair, like she looked like she had
Yeah,
on a
I was
helmet.
like, she did
Oh
the
yeah, the
bouffant.
lady singing on the end.
Yeah, with
yeah.
the high
It was awful.
thighs, shorts, and a feathered
It was.
tutu. I was like, what? Did she not know she was doing a tribute to Aretha?
There were many, many people who I
Yeah.
thought to myself, who dressed you?
What about Cardi B? Did you like her outfit?
Cardi B was one of them, and I was like, and you know how I feel. I love Cardi B.
like
I
the
love
mermaid
her.
outfit.
Is she around here
It was
little?
a mermaid?
No,
I thought it was
she
more
is.
of an oyster. Or
Are you
something.
talking about the pink
Yeah,
and
the
black?
under
I'm
They-
no,
they
I'm
were
talking about her
beginning.
walking around looking like Ursula from Little
Because you know
Mermaid.
that was the vibe she was giving the Offset. Get in check. Snatch your soul out.
That's your voice. I'm so done with you.
Yeah. No, I thought it was a great outfit.
I
thought
was
it
not a
great.
fan.
I liked her outfit that she performed in. That was awesome. I didn't
thought that was
see
cute.
the other outfit until because I missed the first 15 minutes because that's my baby's bedtime and we got a whole ritual.
The
So
pink and black y'all talking about?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was a tribute though.
To who?
Or
To who?
To something that somebody
Something
wore
from
back in 1995.
1995. Yeah.
Was
Some-
it? I thought that was the outfit. The what
Everything
was
she
wearing.
wore, everything, the
Oh.
white dress, the outfit that she performed in, and that
Laying on the piano.
not
That
the
was
laying
good,
on
though. I
the
liked
piano,
that
but that oyster outfit was a tribute to
taking
somebody
notes
from
at laying on the
1995.
piano.
Oh, you're gonna be ready for
I was
Valentine's Day. I'm just
Somebody give Melissa a piano to lay on.
Let me tell you something. First of all, because I can talk about something else with that piano.
No, but
In a good way.
In a
I
good
was
way.
about to
Melissa
say,
need a
but
hug.
I know, right? But
I'm a
did
child.
y'all love the woman who was playing the piano?
Oh, she was
Alicia.
dope. No. The
No, not
Asian
Alicia,
American
the Asian woman who
was
played for
playing
Cardi B.
Cardi. She's
Oh, yeah.
She
she
went
was great.
in on
She
that
was
piano.
great.
But
She
she's
was
some
great.
kind, and I did not look her up, but I remember her on something else, someone else she played for. She's like
She is
critically
amazing.
acclaimed,
Wasn't she
like
a
plays for.
child prodigy?
Yes, she does. She's somebody
I was
amazing.
there for
She
all
played
of
for
that.
Beyonce, I think, at some point in time.
She
in
may
the
have,
all-girl
I don't
band.
know.
Let's talk about our girl, because I enjoyed her, Alicia Keys. I enjoy. But let me tell you what I did recognize, and I don't know if any, because I follow them on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's been having some weight issues. Like she's trying to lose weight because she's very curvy at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. She's
smaller at the top and she's really curvy at the bottom, and so she's been trying to lose weight. So the camera would only pan in to her top.
Wow.
Like when she did something, okay, when she was standing back, the camera was like really far off of her. When she got on that dress, look at the dress, and when she had on the burgundy outfit, it would only pan the square. But she's talked about.
Except when she had those pants on.
Right.
When she had the long, straight pants on, it got a full body view at the beginning. You're right.
Right.
And when she was standing next to Michelle Obama, because when you're standing next to a tall person and you're shorter, it makes you, okay.
But I loved her.
I felt like she should never host another show ever. She has no personality
at all.
What? I felt
like
when she did the singing and beautiful. I've seen her live. She puts on an awesome. She needs to sing. She does not need to host. She was awful.
So here's the struggle that I had with Alicia at the beginning. At the beginning.
I'm sorry.
Well, no. So here's the struggle I had with Alicia.
Facts are facts, right?
Alicia, no, that's not a fact, because I thought she did great.
No, but Alicia did not, like her beginning. Okay, so like when a comedian hosts or somebody who typically hosts shows, there is an intro, there's a monologue, there's like a lead in, right? Alicia's lead in was like, it's all love. We just all love me. Like you could tell she didn't talk it out, plan it out.
Overcompensate because number one, you have to think about all the backlash with people wanting to boycott and not show up. Then number two, there was so much with this whole Motown tribute. So trying to kind of overcompensate, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a little biased because I like her.
I like Alicia.
I love
and
Alicia.
I think she's incredibly talented.
She needs to sing though. She don't need to host.
Listen, I've watched that whole piano thing, I know, 5 or 6 times.
It's because she's dope.
But you know Hazel Scott did that. That was a tribute to Hazel Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So Hazel Scott was playing both pianos at the same time, and she had a black one and a white one.
I remember that. I saw that maybe about a month ago. Yeah. Or something. Yeah. So I get it. No, she was very good. She was incredibly dope. I loved that portion of the evening. I just felt like her beginning wasn't her. She got off to a slow start, and then after the slow start, I feel like the rest of it, though, just the transitions that she was doing, I feel like it was okay. It wasn't the best one I've ever seen, but it was okay.
So what has Alicia Keys been doing
after she stole that woman's husband?
Yeah. First of all,
I'm just saying she stole that woman's husband.
They admitted
on the mic, but not that mic.
And then Stoney, not only did she steal that woman's husband, then she made a whole song about it and made millions of dollars. She did.
That was a good song.
It was a good song.
In that book, she said she didn't steal it.
These are lies. I was
in the blended book. No.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
So she was a side
in the book.
So I feel like I feel like in that book though, Mashonda, that's her name.
Yeah, Mashonda.
I feel like Mashonda.
I've stolen plenty of them.
No.
Somebody get the defibrillator out because I need a heart check.
So
I steal people's man. It's okay.
So here's the thing.
Well, don't you come over here.
Don't give away.
Lord Jesus. Ain't no talking. That's why we was getting ready to play in that funeral. Because I ain't playing no game.
Is some chick like me rocking around here?
No.
Like, come here, boy.
Right.
Everybody can get it. Everybody can get it.
But no, okay, so here's the thing I think about Mashonda. I feel like she said that to sell that book, first of all, because Mashonda needs a check, and I'm not mad at her. I probably would have said it too, to sell a book, or 2, or 50, or 5 million. However, so I think she said it to sell the book. But because before all of this came out, years ago, she was on the Breakfast Club, and when she was on the Breakfast Club, she told Charlamagne, and I quote, "I'm over it, but that woman stole my man." I didn't say it.
I think she was holding. Okay,
Maybe
so
her
listen.
bag was big.
No, here's the thing.
Still holding on
because she was still married.
She was still holding on because she was
but
still
see,
married.
these are just my personal feelings. when a man takes his whole self and all of his whole stuff up out of your house, it's not stealing. So you can hold on to them divorce papers and the Lord all day. You better do your Nene Leaks and divorce them. Y'all go ahead and remarry again. Don't you hold on.
So when he take his whole self and his whole stuff and go over to the other woman's house,
It's a done deal.
She didn't steal it.
No, he went willingly.
He got up and went willingly.
My-
You can't steal
my
nothing.
concern-
I seen a meme-
You can't steal
I seen
nothing
a
that don't
meme
wanna go.
today about where the wife texts the man and she's nagging him, and then the side chick texts him and say, "Did you eat today? I was just checking on you." And then the man said, somebody said, "This is not voodoo. The side chicks are winning because she's being concerned and she's caring." So that's why
We can talk about a side chick all day because they
I
don't
was
have to
about to
live
say,
with them, pick the drawers
right.
up.
That
There's
might
no
have to be a
consistency.
whole
Like,
different
let's
show.
be real.
I feel like that's all
Let's
next
be
week.
real.
We're talking about
No,
side chicks.
let's talk about that in
We-
March.
we're talking
'cause
about-
we gonna send love out today. We're sending love because I can tell y'all about these lovely firemen that I went and had fun.
I want to hear about that during the
That was
Valentine's
fun.
Day
Yeah,
section.
we
We're
gonna
gonna
send love some lovely friends.
Yes.
You know,
Put your
we
fire
send
out.
love.
Yeah.
we-
Hey.
back to the Grammys.
What about
Grammy.
Lady Gaga's performance?
Oh.
I liked her
I've
performance.
never.
I loved it.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan ever.
The only thing I did not like was those shoes she had on made her walk around on that stage like she had a humpback or something. I'm like, less is more, people. You do not need those big old shoes if you really can't walk around in them. But I love. First of all,
Lady Ha.
first of all,
Right.
I think
Y'all
she
leave
is
her alone. She got
so
some mental
much
health issues.
prettier.
She does.
She got some mental health issues, and she talked about why she dressed like that. She put the mask on.
I will.
But she
Yeah,
is
we
so
don't talk
much
about it.
prettier without all that
She
stuff
is gorgeous
on. She
without
is
all
a
of that.
gorgeous woman.
But that's internal stuff, and so
Yeah.
those outfits are her mask. So but let's talk about what we really need to talk about.
Cardi B?
No, we ain't talking about no Cardi B. Let's talk about J Lo's raggedy behind.
Oh, that was
So,
horrible. That
here's
whole
the
outfit was
thing.
all
like,
fail.
If J Lo, I feel like had she been
I
on,
enjoyed it.
if you think you can dance, she would have won. But this is a tribute to Motown.
It
ain't
is.
even about being black. But first of all, since we're in Black History Month, let's talk about how you done drug Neo in it. And
Yeah.
you brown, but I'm talking about Black History Month. And all the people in Detroit with her non-singing self, all them people that Motown came out with.
Yeah.
And this is all, they could have got the Winans. They could have, it's a bunch of people, Anita. There is a bunch of people they could have gone and done.
Listen, Auntie Gladys is still out here getting these
and
checks. You could have called Auntie Gladys and she would have happily sang for you.
But y'all gonna get J-Lo and she shouting out Brooklyn?
Wow.
Yeah. And here's the thing
I
that
know.
don't steal Beyonce's hat and then wear it to be raggedy. And then with that awful, I don't know who made that white
I like the
ensemble.
rhinestone. That she just gaudy. I like it. I would have wore it.
I like gaudy. You know your girl appreciates a good gaudy,
I
you know,
like
statement
rhinestone.
piece on the front. I'm just saying the whole, it didn't flow, it didn't work together, it didn't work for her body type. Like the whole outfit just looked. If that outfit was on another person, I think it would have been, but it didn't work for her. Like, and then that
The
hat,
whole
all of
thing
that.
didn't work for
It
her.
didn't.
Like you
None of that
thinking
worked.
Tina
Enjoyed
Marie.
it.
Tina Marie had soul.
Yeah,
You
she,
That-
not so
I'm
much her.
saying-
I wasn't a fan of Tina Marie. I went to go see her in concert. She made us wait because they hadn't given her the check yet. So I'm sitting out there for 2-3 hours.
I don't blame
I was
her.
about
That's
to say, I
fine.
saw her in concert. Tina Marie was
I wouldn't say
amazing.
either.
Listen.
So I was not a fan after that.
No,
Period.
she
Auntie
been-
Aretha used to do that too, though. Like
Yeah.
Auntie Aretha would be like,
Cut
if
my
you
check
not go,
first.
I need my money up front in cash.
Yeah,
Don't cut
Tina
me a
was
check.
not starting no show, nothing. We were just sitting there.
Yeah.
That mess was horrible.
And then when she started to
No,
perform,
I was about to say,
Yeah, I
what
didn't
I
feel- I
liked
wasn't
about
God rest her
J-Lo's
soul.
performance
Yeah,
was because I feel like J-Lo will give it all to you. And at 49 and a half,
All of
I
what?
I like the performance. I guess I like
I
the
like her as a
dancing
dancer.
and all that other
There you
stuff,
go.
but
She
I
She looked
do.
like she was
And an
performing on a
actress.
doggone cruise ship.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, no,
do
she
J-Lo.
probably was doing. That's her. I think that looked like her Vegas show. She was
For
putting on,
Motown?
but
Yeah, not for the
No.
Motown joint.
No,
I
I'm
feel
just
like
saying,
she's good in her
Like,
space.
what
because
up,
I
girl?
think
I
they
just
gave
don't
her.
think that
There
was
was a lot for her to cover by herself. Now she probably should not have sung all those songs. You know,
She should
where
have
she had to
sung.
keep switching and switching.
They should have did to her the same thing they did to Travis Scott at the the Super Bowl, they should have given
Cut
her a
'em off.
good smooth 30 seconds, and she could have been dancing.
Like they gave Smokey.
Yes,
But I mean,
it was not.
The
I like
Grammys
J-Lo,
tried to
so I
be
enjoyed
politically correct
Right.
and not
Because of all
be
of the
too
black
black.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary.
Well, I mean, that's our world now. And it's like
That's what
you
they did at the
can't
Super Bowl too.
do anything too far to left, too far to the right, too far up, or too far down. It's like everyone has to walk on eggshells. So it's like ain't nothing gonna be good ever again.
BET not walking on eggshells.
No,
What they
they're
say
not.
about Nicki.
They
I
did
don't
sure
like
did
it.
not.
I'm not happy
What you
about
mean?
that.
So did you
Nicki, who?
explain to the people what happened? For those who
I
didn't
didn't
know.
watch the Grammys, but I've been listening to the radio, and of course, y'all know I'm very active on social media. But they said, Nicki never got a Grammy, but BET posted something about Nicki being dragged by her lace front, while Cardi over here enjoying life and winning Grammys. Like, wow.
Yeah, it was.
So who's
That was
dragging
not
her
good,
So
BET.
let me, so just for the people just for y'all who didn't see it. So what happened was, immediately after Cardi won her first Grammy, because I think she won 2 that night. She won one for Invasion of Privacy for rap album, and then she won another one for something else. But anyway, when she won the first one, immediately following, somebody at BET posted they do like those headline snippets. So they'll do a headline, a photo, and like a blurb. And they did that, and it said something like, meanwhile, Cardi B wins Grammy, da-da-da. And then it said, meanwhile, Nicki Minaj is getting her lace front snatched.
Yeah.
And Nicki immediately following that pulls out of the BET Experience, which
And Wayne did. And
yeah.
I'm sure Drake is following too.
Cash Money pulled out of that. Young Money pulled out of doing the BET Experience because for whatever reason, I didn't even see a need for them to be shady to her.
It's crazy.
What was the
Because
BET
regardless,
It's something
Cardi
happening
B
in the
has
summer.
Came up. I give her her props, but she can't touch Nicki. Nicki's a genius. She's paved the way.
But I bet she'll go and perform. Cardi and get that check.
I was about to say, I would say Nicki is a
I don't
genius
know.
if
But we
she
don't know
wrote her own
personally.
stuff.
Yeah.
We don't know her.
I don't.
We're on the outside.
she don't
and the
write her
media
own
is
stuff.
continuing to create the drama for the entertainment, for the record
Well,
sales.
I'm not
and all that.
entertained
I
by
don't know about
any of
that.
it.
I don't know about that
No,
genius
because they have
status.
bad,
but
bad attitude.
She doesn't
I
write
think
her own
I think Nicki
stuff.
Minaj she is a force to be reckoned with. I think she
Absolutely.
is a force to be reckoned with because she came and created a space during a time frame in which there were not a lot of popular female
There were
rappers. There were
I
no.
don't see
No,
her.
hold on, let me see.
created the
But
space.
right, but that's what the difference between
Really
Cardi B,
vanity.
Vanity, they
the
wasn't rapping.
the difference between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj is when Nicki first came in, she was one thing, and then she came in, kind of took over a Lil' Kim persona and continued it forward. I think Cardi B came in being
Representation for Latin women.
representation for Latin women and taking her own having her own lane and doing something with that. I would say Nicki is the better rapper. I will give you that all day, every day. Nicki is
I
the.
don't like Nicki.
I don't love
But
Nicki,
Cardi
but she's
came
the
out of
better
that
rapper.
love and hip hop.
Exactly. I think Cardi B capitalized on a platform that helped to propel her forward. But I definitely believe Nicki's the better rapper. But I think Cardi's the better showman.
Well, let me say
Yeah.
this.
I can agree with that. I can
Let
agree
me
with
say
that.
this. If I had to pick, I don't like either one of them, but if I had to put my money on one, it would be Cardi because as I was watching her, she was very thankful.
She's very genuine.
She is very
Very
genuine.
genuine.
But
Very
she said it, I'm very thankful, whether it's a Nickelodeon award, whether it's a Grammy, Emmy, whatever, I'm thankful.
Yeah.
So I would choose her because of her gratefulness over the arrogance of this other person.
Well,
Yeah.
where she
Yeah.
came from, and I'm sorry, Nicki got a right to. She has a right to
Nobody has a right to be arrogant because
be herself and be who she is.
That's not who
she
she
don't
is.
But
owe
that's not who
anybody
she is.
but
That's
She
a
didn't have
persona
no,
she
She didn't have
puts
no
on.
booty or no titties. So none of that.
Wow.
Good night. God bless America. Listen, I was just going to say
And-
that I didn't like her
America.
stance with the whole, her brother is a child predator. And just her
Yeah.
stance when it came that just turned me off. I get it, your brother, and I have a brother. He's not a child predator, but He is a neighborhood street pharmacist.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk about what he does to our community. You know what I mean? And so you have to stand for something. Like, and that's why I kind of backed up off Nikki. Just personally.
So before we, because we do have to change topics in just a moment, but I did also want to shout out LMI for Best R&B Song. Best Rap Performance, a Grammy went to Kendrick Lamar.
Love that.
Who I adore.
And This Is America.
Did not
because him and Drake had conspired not to.
And then Drake came.
Yeah.
Thanks, Drake.
Leave it up to one of the Canadians.
Thanks, Drake. And then, surprisingly enough, shout out to former President Jimmy Carter for winning a Grammy for a spoken word album he did on his book on tape and won a Grammy. Shout out to President. He's one of my. I've actually met him, so he's actually one of my favorite former presidents.
And he lives here in Georgia.
God bless him.
His old self. Hey, Jimmy.
Bless his
I
heart.
don't think he's watching now. I don't think he's
Bless
watching.
his heart. Yeah, he probably in the bed. Jimmy's in the bed, but that's okay. Next up, y'all ready?
We ready.
Did y'all see American Soul?
No.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
I saw some snippets.
Some snippets. Did you see American Soul? Okay, so let me tell y'all about it. So listen, if you have ever watched Soul Train a day in your life, you know that Don Cornelius is the founder and creator of Soul Train, which was one of the largest platforms for Black people in music in, I guess it spanned from the 60s to the 80s, like years and years and years of providing acts a space to blow up and just be amazing. And this story, American Soul, is the BET. It's like I guess it's a biopic.
They say it's not a biopic, but a lot of it is based on.
It's based on a true story, but it is basically the rise and fall of Don Cornelius, and it talks about. So the first, it's a kind of a series. It's not happening. It's not going to be like a whole 10 episodes. I don't think. I think it's like 6 or 7. But anywho. The reason that this particular first episode was so amazing to me is because I didn't know that Don Cornelius and Gladys Knight were like, I didn't know, girl. I didn't know.
And I love aunties, but they was awesome thoughts. And y'all read Don't Block Your Blessings by Patti LaBelle, her book. Patti was telling, they were all just getting it on, like, behind the Apollo stages and all kind of stuff.
So the whole premise talks about, basically, for y'all who don't know, Don Cornelius committed suicide in
2012.
2012. He committed suicide in 2012. And it talks about the span of his life from loosely based. It's loosely based on the span of his life from when he started Soul Train or when he began Soul Train until his untimely demise.
Okay.
And so this particular episode was all about how like Gladys Knight came on the scene and how she started as a Soul Train, I won't say artist, but in essence, she kind of started her career there. It talked about how
Midnight. I want to hear her side.
Midnight Train to Georgia.
They telling it from his perspective. I want to hear her side.
It talks. So
was
it
about
also.
Him?
Yeah, it was about
train?
him.
No,
it wasn't about him. But it wasn't originally a train, girl. It was a plane to LA. It was originally called Midnight Plane to LA.
Really?
To see him?
Yeah, no.
I'm glad they changed that to a train to Georgia.
So I know that was right. So anywho, it was it talks all about that, and Kelly Rowland did an amazing rendition of Midnight Train to Georgia, and it was just beautiful. Unfortunately, when the soundtrack comes out, I don't think they're not gonna put her on the soundtrack, unfortunately. But she still did an amazing job. It was wonderful. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, girl.
Yes, they all
He had that
were.
smooth voice.
Yeah, girl.
Because I can imagine him calling me.
Or was you gonna steal him?
Don't even try and steal them. She'll try.
Right.
Yeah.
So what did you like about it, Freya?
What I saw was that it pinpointed the things that, what we do to each other in our community. Like, even when the girl was jealous that the other girl was, these were the dancers on Soul Train. She got jealous because one was getting a little bit more attention and locked the girl in the dressing room so she couldn't do the scramble board, which, you know, is a spotlight portion of the thing. And then even the fact that, you know, back then, he still had to deal with the police harassing him and trying to talking about, I'm going to flip a coin and see if you're going to sing or if I'm going to take your butt to jail. And it was like, really, dude? Like, why? This man didn't, why are you harassing him? And then even the part where, you know, these young kids are just trying to make a way for themselves. They had an audition, they got hired, and the dude who owned was like, I just fired y'all because I'm not about to go to jail because you jailbait or whatever. Because the girl was 17, and he was like, I ain't losing my liquor license over you, bye. But they didn't give up. They kept trying to do more and more, and, you know, just make something of themselves. That's why they wind up on Soul Train.
I did love I love the fact that he created such a platform for musicians and also dancers, because back then black dancers didn't really have a place, an
or
opportunity.
Dancers of color, because they had a lot of Asian dancers.
They
had
did.
American Bandstand.
You ain't see no Asians on American Bandstand?
I think I did.
I was about to say, did you even see blacks on American Bandstand?
Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot. Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot.
Had one or two. They was in the
They
wings.
was light skin and their wigs was real straight.
Mulattoes.
But I really loved that part of Soul Train, and I love that people are highlighting that and going back and telling his story. I also think it's important because it kind of gives us an idea of where that depression comes from and like who he is as a person. And I know I was reading something that talked about all of the background that they did to all the actor. I can't remember his name. Shia.
I don't know his name.
I don't remember his name. But he was talking about all the background that he did to be able to play this role of Don Cornelius and to really get into that, to get into what caused him to continue to push and what made him happy and what made him sad and all the things that kind of led to those moments of depression in 2012. And you can really see this character being built and created. And I love that about this story. It's really good. Who, girl, what is his name? I cannot remember his name. He played in, I've seen him before. I just don't know.
Don't remember his name.
I don't remember his name.
But he's a good actor, because just even the small parts that I've seen, it was like, you know, Don Cornelius didn't take no mess, you know, and stuff like that, because it's like you just believe him in that moment of what he's doing.
But see,
if you're watching, I'm gonna need y'all to Google IMDb and see what his name is. I can't remember his name right now.
Yes.
But the flip side of it is when you have method actors like that, they really require a lot of therapy after they're finished.
That's true.
That's like when you see so many actors and actresses taking their lives because, like the guy who played the Joker.
Yeah.
Oh my
like
gosh.
They can't get out of it.
Yes.
And so because they do so much studying of their craft, and I believe one of Denzel's sons talked about it, about how he would go home and Denzel would still be in the character as his. He said, I had many different fathers because they're method actors, and so it takes actors and actresses, so they have to go to a lot of therapy after they're finished because it's like taking on a totally different personality.
I remember Denzel talking about that after he finished Malcolm X. After he finished playing Malcolm X, he was talking about like he had to like decompress, like get out and away from people and just kind of get that character out of his system because Malcolm X had a level of anger to him that caused him to be as wonderful and brilliant as he was, but also that level of anger isn't good when you're trying to live everyday normal life. So he had to withdraw and kind of go on a little hiatus and vacation and just be away from people to get Malcolm X out of his system.
I think he did that with Training Day too.
Yeah,
because he kind of stays like he stays in his characters like all day. Like,
yep.
You gotta be like,
why
are you? He's not crazy.
I hope not. I hope
his
not.
Craft.
But
that's
his
how
son
he's
talked about it.
brilliant.
His son talked about how people would say, oh, Denzel is your dad. He was on the Breakfast Club, and he said, I had many different dads.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because whoever he was playing at that time, that's who came home. And
So he doesn't know his father.
Well,
Probably not. To be perfectly honest, you never know. Like,
no comment.
I'm sure Denzel came home as Denzel at some point.
Well, he said that there were the wife talked about it, how some nights when he was playing the guy from Training Day, he slept on the couch.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because she was like,
she's
because
like,
you
I
got to
don't
remember.
know you do.
And
What
one
you
thing
ain't
that she
finna
doesn't
do.
talk about, his mother is like a Rhodes Scholar, and she went to
Oh,
Juilliard
yeah,
for
yeah.
opera, and so she understood it. But the kids, it was a lot on them. So to say, I hope he gets the help he needs, you know, or he
Yeah.
got some help.
The one thing that this brought up for me though is a lot of times when I look at entertainers and folks who we consider a genius in their craft, a lot of them end up later on. You look at them and they have mental illness, and I thought, wow, it's crazy to me how many, like a Kanye West for instance, Kanye West before his unfortunate break with reality. I would have considered him a musical genius. He was such a fantastic producer. I know, girl, me too.
But all of them are Kanye West,
yeah.
Will.i.am. They have that.
There's
Somebody
a
type it
something.
up. It's where you can see the musical notes in color.
Yeah,
when they hear it, like they can see them in color. It's a syndrome.
Yeah.
It's a syndrome,
It's a
and it's
thing.
kind of it's like the cousin to autism.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the cousin because Will.i.am has it, Kanye has it. I want to say Puffy has a little bit of it. He was recently diagnosed.
But there's a thing to me that kind of, there's like this parallelism that happens when you're really successful between like it's like a very thin line between being a little off and mentally, like mental illness and
Or
like
they become
success.
drug addicts, like Prince.
Yeah, or Michael Jackson, like there's, or Whitney Houston, like there's
But there's a certain level to me, and this could be a little different, and I'm just gonna say this just from my experience with this world. There's a certain level of, and it isn't necessarily celebrity, but kind of that realm of elevated authority maybe that you see also with pastors. You know, growing up, I was a pastor's child, and there's a certain level where people don't think that you're normal, like that you don't have normal issues, normal problems. So you have to think that is that person's job. Like their job is to act, their job is to produce, their job is, and kind of people put them on these pedestals, and then they forget that they're human. Like they put on their underwear one day at a time, just like we do. And so when you have people fanning, especially men, fanning out, and it's kind of like, you know, football players, you see it happening. Is anybody watching Big Brother? Because Ricky from the Miami Dolphins, he talks about it. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and he was saying how he self-medicated for a long time. He said he kept testing positive for weed, but between the pressure to perform and the lights, action, he won a Heisman, and then coming back down to reality, there was too much of a gap. The continuum
also,
was too big.
I was about to say, with people putting them on these pedestals and stuff, they can't trust anyone, so they live a lot of their life lonely.
There's a certain level of paranoia.
Yeah, they're paranoid and they're lonely. So it's like, you know, I want to get out and be normal, but I can't because I can't trust anybody out there. Yeah. They just want me for whatever reason or for whoever I am.
I think Kanye talks about that too, and why he... First of all, why the Kardashians were able to prey on him and pull him inside. Yeah, he's very vulnerable and able to pull him.
Because Donda wasn't a joke. We're talking about someone that was a panther.
A lot like that, yes.
You have several of us that's slaves. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
mentally, that puts us in a capacity to be vulnerable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Especially in Atlanta.
He doesn't sing anymore or talk.
Well, he doesn't do a lot of things anymore after Kris Kardashian got her. Or Jenner got her talons in him. Anywho, we are going to take...
This is a live one tonight. But we're sending much love.
Love to Kanye. Love to Kris Jenner. Love to everybody. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with more of The Curve. All right, we are back with more of the Curve, and y'all, we are already talking about the next topic. We
talking about doing that Cardi B on Valentine's Day, that piano dance.
It is Valentine's Day in 4 days, guys, and everybody has a thought, child, about Valentine's Day. I know lots of us around the table have different situations that we're in.
I ain't got no situation. It is what it is.
If your man is missing,
listen.
He would
Stoney, right? Stoney snatching him
Love
up.
has your husband.
Stoney is snatching them up for Valentine's Day, so beware. Don't leave them unattended, girl. Don't leave them unattended.
Don't stop at
Bolero.
I don't know, but I know the song you talk about.
Yeah.
Anywho, so it's Valentine's Day, and we are talking about the best. We're talking about the 5 top date night ideas. However, I warn you in advance, this conversation is gonna go all over the place. We probably ain't gonna get to no date night ideas.
Okay, so I've had some Valentine's Days go really well.
Okay, tell me your best one.
My best one, girl. I don't know if I can tell y'all all that, but let me tell you something. My best ones, I like to cook and be cooked for. I like to be with someone that can give me balance. So this person cooked me dinner, and I prepared something for him as well. And so we had great dinner, great conversation. Like, I'm all about rubbing my feet. Like, I'm all about rubbing my feet.
Come on, feet.
So rub my feet, fed me. You know, I'm a curvy girl, so I like, feed me. Like, feed me, Seymour. Like, feed me. He rubbed my feet real good. And then we had, like, a little, it was like a little scavenger hunt. You know, and I had, like, he really put some thought in it. And see, you got to remember, I'm from Michigan, whereas, you know, in the Midwest, we celebrate Valentine's Day and Sweetest Day.
Yeah.
So Valentine's Day is for women. Sweetest Day is for men. It's in October, and that's when women you do the planning for the man. But see, when I moved here, it was kind of like, okay, well, we ain't gonna do Sweetest Day.
It's a thing, but not really a thing.
No.
Yeah.
But I like to be cooked for. Like, and I ain't talking like men who can really cook, like throw down,
like cook,
and I mean rub my feet.
Suck
my toes a little bit.
I was about to say she had the feet.
And then I had little gifts. You know, in different places. Nothing raunchy, but they were things that I wanted.
So what if you're talking about your Valentine, but then your Valentine is listening? If you're telling about something somebody else did.
I don't have no Valentine.
Yeah, that's true.
I am single. I'm more single than a dollar bill.
Trying to get us started.
Hey.
Let me tell you something. For all the fans out there, because I got some. I met some here. Listen, y'all heard what I like.
Yes.
Y'all heard what I like.
Rub, cook for my girl.
Listen, I like gifts too. My love language is like they double in some areas. So I got physical touch and affirmation was my number 1. And then gifts and acts of service was my number 2. Quality time is like at the bottom. Like, you ain't have to, because I got a lot going on.
I'm busy. I'm busy.
That time is at the top. I need the time.
Oh.
So I will tell y'all, I had a Valentine's Day in college. It wasn't a Valentine's Day, so this is for all of the single people out there. Okay. One Valentine's Day in school, me and like a group of other folks who were single, we all got together and went to the gun range. It was one of the best Valentine's Day I have ever.
I love the gun range.
It was one like outside of a relationship. It's one of the best Valentine's Day. It was the most fun. We got together. They had like the
you and your girls.
Yeah, me and my girls. It was some guys who were there too, who were like who were unattached and who were single, and they were like friends.
I love the gun range.
But they had the little hearts, the little targets that were heart shaped, and then you could shoot at them. It was great.
I don't need to go right now.
It's not your moment.
No,
not for you.
You might need to go to get out the frustration.
Yeah. Now I will tell you, going to the gun range gets a lot of frustration. It's awesome. I thought it was amazing. It was.
I love the gun range.
I mean, I do too. I'm a huge fan. You should go.
No.
You're not a gun person?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, it
You
was
need to be if you stealing people, man.
I agree to that, Melissa. I agree to that. Because I got my gun. I got my gun.
We got help you, girl.
I'll shoot both of y'all.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't discriminate because y'all.
Anywho, the gun range is a wonderful. I know a lot of them, especially around the Atlanta area, have specials going on Valentine's Day. So if you're single, get a group of homegirls together. Go to the gun range. It was a lot of fun.
And then they say
What
that
if your husband forgets about
Valentine's
Day? What do y'all do?
But who cares? I'm sorry.
Every day is
I
Valentine's
am not
Day.
a fan of Valentine's Day.
Tell the people, Felicia. Why?
Because you're treat me special all year round. Rub my feet every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is a little extra on top of
what's
what you
the
do.
point
Every day?
of spending all that extra money.
It's not your money.
But I'm just saying. But men
Well, he better buy
nowadays
me
they
something.
expect you to buy something.
Who?
I was about to say.
I know.
So y'all don't buy gifts on I don't buy gifts. I'm just saying though. I just think
I am the
the
gift.
whole holiday
Yeah,
is pointless.
me.
It makes
I
no
am the
sense.
gift.
I would say I would say it doesn't always have to be expensive because me and my husband, one of our best and favorite, and we kind of started making it a ritual. We did that whole Waffle House.
Oh, the Waffle House
Valentine's
date
Day.
night.
Yes, and it is awesome because first of all, no,
that's your experience, and I'm not minimizing.
I'm telling you, that is.
I'm not minimizing.
No, people would look at it because normal, typical waffle. No, what they do is they transform it. First of all, you do reservations that day and that day.
At Waffle House?
At the Waffle House, girl.
On that day.
Who wants to stand out there
No,
and wait in line?
no, it's not crowded because you have to have a reservation. No, it's not crowded because you have a reservation, and then they put things on the lights and make them red. They put tablecloths. They got there's a lot of them that do it.
It was in the HIC.
They even put a thing up there
If
for
you're
you to take
watching
pictures in
and
front
you're
of
one
it.
of my fans, don't do that.
No, I'm telling you, it was a great experience.
Tony
No,
like
I'm
Waffle
serious.
House.
No. And we took some friends the next year, and they loved it too. Like, it is a great experience on that night.
Y'all better stop advising
first of
me.
all,
Tony is married, so her and her husband have put in some time. When
This
you
is
have
accurate.
No time, and you ain't
Now,
put
what
no
he
time,
did not do is take you to Waffle House when y'all was dating. Now, that's true.
that's
That's accurate.
Listen,
true.
Cheesecake
That's accurate.
Factory is
That
like
man did
minimum.
not. That man did not take her to
no.
Waffle House when they were
On
dating.
their
That's
first-
not what
they put in some
happened.
time. Like, y'all got a different level to this, Tony.
But
Like, you can't advise people who just starting out.
Okay,
'Cause
this
if
is
he
for
take me
married people
to-
then.
If he take me to
because
Waffle House, we ain't going on no more dates.
Because-
Matter of fact, I'm getting out then. We ain't gonna make the date.
I'm telling you,
But
it's
isn't
a
it
great
about the thought, though?
experience,
It's not
though.
about
He should have shared his thoughts before he
No,
thought about that.
I'm telling you, it's a great
Okay, go ahead,
experience.
I'm listening.
And then,
So what you do
first
afterwards
of all,
when y'all eat? After
oh,
y'all
I
eat,
mean,
what you do?
we eat, we have great conversation. They have this thing all fixed up for you to take pictures in front of it. I mean, it's a great experience. And because, first of all, we don't like going into the city around Valentine's Day because every restaurant is crowded.
I get it.
Traffic is horrible. And we're like, you know what? We don't need all that. We're simple, weird people, I guess. But we love that experience. It's been awesome. And I would do it every year.
And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm being serious because I feel like after you put in some time in your relationship, like you gotta enjoy the little things. I'm just saying, and I'm being real.
And we
In the
people
beginning,
who like breakfast.
don't take me no Waffle House. After we done been together 10, 15 years and put some time in it, got kids, all this other stuff. Sometimes that's what you have. It's the simple
this
things
was
that
before
you
the
said.
kids. We started.
But not before. He didn't. Again,
He didn't take you on the
No,
when
not-
y'all were dating, that man did not take you to
we
Waffle House.
literally only dated 9 months,
That's
so
true.
we didn't even.
That's
I don't even think we made it to Valentine's Day before. Oh yeah, okay. He proposed to me before Valentine's Day, and we got married in that April. So he proposed to me January. We got married in April. We only dated for 9 months, so he didn't have time to
That's
do all
what we
that.
need to bring in, because some of these fools watching need to watch that. Taking you so long. Why you can't tell your husband come on in?
And so here's another thing, gentlemen. Before
he ain't crazy.
Before we move forward,
he ain't crazy.
Before we move forward, I need to say this to all the men who may be watching. Listen, if you are trying to propose to you trying to shoot your shot and get married, don't propose on Valentine's Day. Listen, don't do it.
That's so you can remember. They do that so they can remember.
They do it so They do it so they don't have to do another holiday. They don't have to they only have to celebrate that one. Don't propose on Valentine's Day. Okay. We're coming.
So I'm a transition in this, but I do love Valentine's Day. But what I remember about Valentine's Day is my divorce was finalized. So I was a free woman on Valentine's Day. But I love my ex-husband and his wife. They're doing great things. But to transition, this is what I want. We always have our sisterhood moment.
Yes.
So we're going to be sisterly, because the assumption is that when you're curvy, that you know how to cook. Mm-hmm. Well, all of that, with that being said, cooking is not everyone's ministry, right?
Amen.
So I want to know, do you all share your recipes? Because sometimes our sisters can be a bit selfish and petty.
Amen.
So if I'm trying to prepare for my Valentine, and I know that you have maybe a good brownie or a good lasagna recipe, would you all share it with me?
Yes, I share it on social media, so I'll definitely share it with my girls.
I'm a sharer, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I know several. You know who you are. I'm not going to call no names.
You talking about
family members.
Them too. Absolutely. Aunties, grandmas, people. Not sharing your recipes. You know they good. You won't share them with me. You think I'm going to out-bake you. I am. Just going to give me your recipe.
Somebody will give you the recipe, but leave some stuff out.
No,
that's tacky.
That's tacky.
Like, girl, I thought you
was going to say, but you should try this. And
no, ma'am.
Just tell me how you do it.
Exactly.
Right there.
And then
how you want your sister to win? And they say, a way to a man's heart is his stomach, and you done left out some stuff.
Yeah,
and then they get
How
mad.
can I secure the bag with the man?
I was supposed to say, they get mad when they always have to bring that dish because you won't tell nobody else how to make it.
Facts.
Exactly.
So I'm just going to say, let's be sisterly going forward.
Share
and
your
family.
recipes.
Share your recipes.
Aunties.
Grandparents.
Brenda. We don't know her name. With your cake recipe. I'm going to say it. Share your recipes, especially your cake recipe. You ain't going to be here always. We need the recipe.
Or I'll tell
and
you
your
what
crab
you can do.
quiche.
Okay, so one of my aunts, and being sisterly, because I just talked about her so bad, what she did is when I got married, at my bridal shower, she gave me a book of her recipes.
That's sweet.
She passed it on. So I only have like 10 in this book. Okay. Because I've been divorced 10 years.
That's okay.
So I'm going to add some more, because y'all going to give me some. Well, you said you can't cook.
No, I never said that.
Hey!
Come on, Felicia.
Felicia ain't got 5,000.
I got proof. I got to prove you wrong.
Felicia ain't got 5,000 Instagram fans for nothing, child. She cooking for some of them. She cooking for some of them.
Shout out, if you do need some help in the kitchen, let me say this.
Yes.
Please follow Stovetop Kisses on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
She's amazing. Okay. She's amazing. She'll help you get your life.
Whoo, ladies. All right. And the man. Yeah. Secure the man. Hashtag secure the man.
We ain't bring them over here.
Not at all.
Don't bring your man over my house, because I make meatloaf.
Stony eating as she's still a man. Amen. Wow. All right, guys. It has been a fantastic show. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are so excited.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy love day. Love unconditionally. Love them fools when they right, when they wrong. Love them. And most importantly, love yourself.
Absolutely love yourself. We just want to thank you guys for watching. Please make sure, again, you like, share, and subscribe. Share
me on Fridays.
Oh, yeah. Definitely hit Tony up on Fridays. Hit me up on Wind Down Wednesdays.
10 a.m.
Melissa's got Motivation Mondays. We're going to get these two where they need to be. No, I'm just kidding.
Just
kidding. But we thank you so much for watching us. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel at On the Curve and make sure you subscribe. I think those are all the announcements we have. Make sure you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and don't forget to live life on the curve. See y'all next week.